And another place where it seems like the Saints are building some insurance is on their offensive line. They
See what you did
drafted
there?
Kelvin Banks. That's
See what
right.
you did there?
That's right. And they got him lined up. It was interesting. Fuaga at right, Banks at left, Penning at guard. It seems like those are the two anchor points you want on the end of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Been some question about whether or not they would do that this year. Probably still some question about whether or not they'll do that this year. But if that is the starting point, it kind of has to fail for him to go somewhere else, because that would be the long-term answer. A lot of talent on that line when you go out there and look at it. Thing that kind of stood out to me is like, man, this could be a legitimate strength of the team this year. Where do you fall on that?
No, completely agree. I mean, you've made the point, but I echo it that we're not talking about like, oh, this bad team. Well, maybe they're not so bad on the offensive line. Like, this should be a top 10 offensive line in the NFL. With those investments, with the 14th pick in last year's draft, the 9th pick in this year's draft, Eric McCoy, when healthy, has a case for being the best center in the league. Cesar Ruiz is also a first-round pick. Penning obviously is a first-round pick, but we don't look at him that way, especially playing his third position. But if it's not him, there are other guys with experience: Dylan Radins, Will Clapp, Landon Young, Nick Saldiveri. So, I mean, there's other options. There's a little bit of depth there. Yeah, absolutely, without question, the strongest position on the team. And here's what I really like about it. I don't care. I've talked about this a lot. I don't nearly care as much about the 2025 Saints as I do about the Saints for the future, what they're going to build over the course of 2-3 years, what they're going to become eventually after a couple more drafts and they rebuild this. What is the 2027 Saints going to look like? And man, I love starting with that. A left tackle and a right tackle that I think are going to be two of the 5 best players on the 2027 Saints too. What a great way to start. If Tyler Shuck is going to be anything, or Spencer Rattler wins that job, they get to survive behind an offensive line. That's good. No matter what, I mean, great place to start building a foundation.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I'm like so far into like the future that I'm like already watching draft guys next year's draft.
Yeah.
I was watching Caleb Downs. We watched Peter Woods on the Nick cast a little bit. He's somebody I've been watching. I watched Nussmeier. I'm kind of in the weeds on that right now, because I think that's where it's kind of the most interesting. But yeah, it really is all about the future right now. I'll go one step further though. Like I feel like if this isn't a top 10 offensive line in the NFL, then something has gone wrong.